We're saying goodbye to 2025 and counting down the top 5 stories of the year. The White House administration brokers multiple historic peace deals around the globe. In an effort to empower students and parents, the Department of Education begins dismantling. Following the death of Pope Francis, Robert Prevost is appointed as Pope Leo XIV, marking the first time an American citizen has been elected Bishop of Rome. The Department of Government Efficiency exposes massive fraud, particularly in its efforts to root out USAID spending. And it turns out that enforcing the law works, with record low illegal entries at the southern border. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome to the wrap-up, where we break down the biggest stories of the week that you might have missed but need to know. I'm your host, Selena. From the Middle East to Africa, Asia, and the South Caucasus, 2025 has been a year of historic peace deals led by President Donald Trump and the current White House administration. One of the year's crowning achievements was the comprehensive plan to end the Gaza conflict. This U.S.-led agreement between Israel and Hamas secured the release of all remaining hostages, facilitated prisoner exchanges, and established a transitional administration in Gaza with the goal of lasting peace. The administration also facilitated landmark resolutions in other parts of the world. In August, President Trump hosted the leaders of Azerbaijan and Armenia at the White House for a historic joint declaration that ended over 35 years of bitter conflict. In June, a peace agreement between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda concluded 3 decades of strife. On top of that, the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accords, signed in October with Malaysian support, resolved border tensions between Thailand and Cambodia. As the year comes to a close, these successful negotiations underscore this administration's peace through strength approach, yielding resolutions where previous efforts have stalled. Up next, the current administration achieved another major milestone by advancing the long-promised dismantling of the U.S. Department of Education. On March 20th, 2025, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order directing Secretary of Education Linda McMahon to take all necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the department. This marked the beginning of a structured phase-out, while still preserving essential programs. The executive order empowered Secretary McMahon to restructure operations, including significant workforce reductions. McMahon released a statement back in March saying, quote, "Instead of filtering resources through layers of federal red tape, we will empower states to take charge and implement what is best for students, families, and educators in their communities." By November, the administration announced interagency agreements as a, quote, proof of concept to demonstrate how education responsibilities could be effectively handled at the state level or redistributed. Next up, in a historic moment for the Catholic Church and the United States, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected as Pope Leo XIV on May 8, 2025, becoming the first American pontiff. Following the passing of Pope Francis, Prevost chose the name Leo XIV to honor past popes known for their strength and reform. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance met with Pope Leo at the Vatican in May, delivering a letter from President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, inviting the new Catholic leader to the White House. The Pope has brought attention to the persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Despite the Nigerian government's denials, Pope Leo has publicly prayed for victims in other countries, such as Bangladesh, where Christians are subjected to deadly attacks by jihadists. Despite many pro-migration advocates portraying the Catholic Church as supporters of mass migration, Pope Leo, during a press conference in November, politely rebuked the assumptions, stating, quote, "I think every country has a right to determine who and how and when people enter." Next up, the Department of Government Efficiency delivered one of the year's most impactful wins by aggressively rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse across the federal government, particularly targeting the U.S. Agency for International Development. Through rapid reviews, contract terminations, and cancellations of programs, DOGE exposed and eliminated billions of dollars in questionable foreign aid spending. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who oversaw aspects of the transition, stated in March 2025, quote, "The 5,200 contracts that are now canceled spent tens of billions of dollars in ways that did not serve, and in some cases, even harmed the core national interest of the United States." Some of the lowlights of USAID spending included millions allocated to programs like a $20 million Sesame Street initiative in Iraq, over $900,000 to a Gaza-based organization labeled a, quote, "terror charity," and other grants supporting programs such as transgender clinics in India, drag shows in Ecuador, and LGBTQ awareness campaigns worldwide. By the middle of the year, DOGE facilitated the cancellation of thousands of contracts and up to 83% of USAID programs. And advocates for DOGE weren't just those in the US, but also foreign leaders. In February, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele posted on X saying, "Most governments don't want USAID funds flowing into their countries because they understand where much of that money actually ends up. At best, maybe 10% of the money reaches real projects that help people in need." And despite recent claims from some media outlets saying the department has stalled, DOGE continues to identify and eliminate areas of waste and inefficiency. Next up, the Department of Homeland Security is celebrating a record-breaking achievement in immigration enforcement. Since January, 2.5 million illegal aliens have left the United States. This total includes over 605,000 formal deportations carried out by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, with the majority involving individuals who had pending criminal charges or convictions, and nearly 1.9 million who voluntarily self-deported. Another notable change has been at the southern border. For 6 consecutive months, the DHS has not released a single illegal alien into the U.S. Housing and Urban Development Secretary Scott Turner recently noted that, along with the significant decline in illegal immigration, rents have fallen for 4 consecutive months. When asked about the link between illegal immigration and housing prices, Vice President J.D. Vance said, quote, "We are proud to be moving in the right direction. Still so much to do." That's a wrap for this year. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us what you thought about these stories. We hope you had a happy new year, and we wish you a great year ahead. We'll see you back here next week on The Wrap-Up. Thank you so much for watching this video. In order to keep PragerU videos free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation today.